All right, everybody. Thank you all for joining us here today. My name is Eric Vargas. I'm the COO of Followup CRM. Today, we have a great partnership webinar, and we also have Dave from The Edge on the call. Do you want to say hi, introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Thanks, Eric. Dave Chapman with the Edge Estimating. I see a bunch of our customers in a lot of different areas up there. So hello from the Edge. We'll be touching a little bit on what the Edge does throughout the webinar. But for those who don't know us, we've been around for 30 years doing estimating solutions, primarily for roofing, interiors, fireproofing, painting, those trades there. We look forward to this partnership a lot, Eric. It's very exciting. I know we've always prided ourselves on making our customers more productive and making their processes more efficient. And I think that we recognize that with Followup. So the integration of the two is really just going to make our customers even more productive.
Absolutely. We're really excited about this integration, increased productivity, and really just out of the requests of our clients, providing value to them. We're really excited about that. So if you don't know about Followup CRM, just want to give you guys a little bit of background about us. Followup CRM, we were designed by a commercial roofing contractor named Best Roofing, Greg Wallach, the founder in the blue shirt right there. We launched in 2008. And if you're familiar with the CRM, there's many CRMs out there. He tried generic CRMs. It really didn't work for his company. You might heard of Salesforce or Pipedrive. It didn't really work for his company because of the whole bidding process. So that's how Followup CRM was born. In his first year, he grew just because he was following up with his opportunities and clients. And currently, they do about 65 million in Fort Lauderdale area. They do mostly commercial and re-roofs and service. Now, Followup CRM, we serve over 2,000 plus contractors all over the country of various trades of commercial, interior, plumbing, electrical, you name it. If you're a specialty trade or general contractor, Followup has been built with you in mind. Now, I always like to start off with the problem that we solve. Now, most of the clients that we work with, they are probably on spreadsheets. As you can see here, spreadsheets on spreadsheets, trying to manage all their client bidding, leads, information. They might be on a shared drive, or you might just be on paper, and that happens a lot. And the problem with that is no one's on the same page. Leads, bids, and clients start to fall through the cracks, and things are mismanaged, and you don't know where anything is at. Other people, you might be using a CRM today, but it's not built for the construction industry. And Followup brings that all together so you have one place to track your leads, your bids, and your clients. So our clients, the result of getting kind of started with Followup is transforming your company, moving you off of spreadsheets into a CRM, getting the reports, analytics, and insights that you need to run your company, one place for your project, so your whole team has one file in the cloud so that you can put everything related to that project, and at the end of the day, bringing your company into the modern era. On average, Followup CRM customers see an increase in their closing ratio, revenue growth, hours saved, and the peace of mind knowing everything's in one spot. So a little bit about the Followup CRM and the Edge integration. We're super excited about this because we've had a lot of mutual clients for a while now requesting this integration. And we originally launched this integration about a year ago. And over time, we've developed enhancements to make it better and more efficient for our clients on the feedback. And so what we want to do here for you today is give you an overall view of why this integration makes sense for us to partner together. And then we'll show you a live demo of how that works. So if you guys have any questions, please post that in the chat. We'll do a little Q&A after if there are any questions. Okay, so this next slide might be a picture of your sales and estimating process before Followup CRM and the Edge integrating. And let's say the lead comes in, or the request comes in, or the bid comes in to your system or to your company. You have two options. If you're with Followup CRM, you enter that right into Followup CRM. If not, you probably are tracking it on a spreadsheet or paper, and then you're evaluating to see if this is a good fit for our company to actually bid on. For example, if you only do commercial and a opportunity comes in that's residential, it's not a good fit, and then you don't want to pursue that. From there, you're setting up client meetings, you're setting up takeoffs, you're setting up estimates, and you're doing the activities that you need to do in your sales process. And that's what Followup CRM manages. Now, at a certain point, you need to start to do the takeoff and the estimate, and that's where the Edge comes into play. And so before, you would have to duplicate entry the project both in Followup and in the estimating Edge. That's what these red bars represent, right? A silo in the data. Now, the Edge is a great tool. We're going to dive into that in a minute here. But once you're done completing your estimate within the Edge, you usually take that, create a proposal, and deliver that to the client. Now, the problem is as you guys know, some of these opportunities, they might close in a week. Some of these opportunities might close in 18 months down the road. And so that's where Followup CRM picks up, and then you can continue to check in, follow up, and build relationships within the system. Now, before, like I said, it was a isolated, siloed process. And now with the integration, it's one seamless process from sales to estimating, back into sales to follow up with the opportunity and win the project. So here, I'm going to now just hop into a short demo of Followup CRM and show you how this all works in real life. So right here, we have Best Roofing System. We have special permission to show their account since they're the founders, and show you how Best Roofing utilizes Followup CRM on a day-to-day basis. So I'm logged in here as Greg Wallach, and this is that 10,000 foot view of the things going on regarding sales in his company. And what you could see here are all the bids that he has there out on the street that have not made a decision yet. And what Greg knows is this contracts to be signed area, 62 bids. His team has committed that they have received a verbal confirmation that they're moving forward with these with their bid. You can see the other sales statuses here. You can see what's hot, what's warm. Now take what you're seeing with a grain of salt, because a lot of what you're seeing is very customizable to the language internally at your company. Now over here on the right-hand side, we have their closing ratio, 24%, which is great. Right here in the middle, we have our captured contracts. So you can see exactly where they're at for the month. You can see where they ended last month, and they're also their quotas and goals. Over here on the left-hand side, we have how many bids they sent out for the month. And then over here on the right-hand side are their activities for the month. So the nice thing about this, again, this is that 10,000 foot view of everything going on, but each individual at Best Roofing has this same information, but filtered for their own name. Now, Norman, he's one of their sales guys that have been with them for years. When Norman logs in, he sees the same information, but filtered for his own name, right? So here he's managing 258 opportunities, and Norman kills it every month. He's doing a really great job. Now, if you were not managing these opportunities within Followup CRM, you would have 258 lines in a spreadsheet, and there's just no way that you can manage all those opportunities in a reactive manner. Things fall through the cracks. It's just how it is. So let's start from the beginning of the process. When a bid comes your way or a lead comes your way, how do you get it into the system and then walk it through your sales process? Okay, so the first thing that you would do is you would come here and you would click to add a new project. This brings you to the project page. This is the backbone of Followup CRM. Everything is entered in as a project. Here you enter in the project name and the address. The nice thing is we integrate with Google, so we can pull that address right in. And then you would save the project. Right here is the sales status of the opportunity. And what you can do is say, okay, this opportunity is hot. And if I did that, it would put it into the colorful pie chart on the homepage that we were just looking at, right? You can attach the estimator on the account, the project, the account manager, and the product or services that we're working on. Now, this is Greg's live system, so I'm not going to enter in a new project, but what I will do is come here to the projects page, and this projects page gives you a nice list of all the opportunities within the system. Now, this is an example of a project. Advanced Control Corporation, Laura, is the contact that they're working with. You can see this opportunity is hot, and Will is the account manager on the project. Now, over here on the right-hand side, you can see here that they have a follow-up scheduled on the end of the month. And all of these other sales activities that they're doing every day to win the job, they're all customizable to match your sales process. Now, if I come here, you can see their process is following up, client meeting, takeoffs, budgets, estimates, proposals, sold email, and a bunch of other activities that they're tracking on a daily basis. So you can see that they have a follow-up scheduled on September 30th. Now, this date interacts with my dashboard. And the dashboard is the place that I go to see what I need to get done for the day. So I'm going to come back here and we're going to pull up Norman's dashboard and we're going to see what he has to do today. And so when Norman logs in, he gets to see this is the game plan for today. And if Greg wants to see what Norman has to do, he could also do what I'm doing right here is checking in on Norman to see what's on his plate. So Norman, you can see he has 23 follow-ups to do, a couple takeoffs, estimates, and proposals. If it's red, that means it's due. If it's green, that means it's due in the future. And the way I like to say it is you set it and forget it. So if I scroll down here to the bottom, you can see he has follow-up schedules way out to next month, even into next year. And so these are the opportunities, like I said in the beginning, that might take months and months to close, but you want to follow up with them. Greg was telling me a story one day about how he won the Trump building in Miami. And he told me that it took him 3 years to win that project. And after he actually won the opportunity, he asked the person, hey, why did you award Best Roofing the contract? And he said, well, you know, after the first year, nobody followed up with us. And that was a $3 million opportunity. So that was a really nice win just from following up. It can be that easy. So Norman, he's coming to his dashboard. He's looking at what he has to get done, and he's going to follow up with this Kaiser University opportunity. He's going to open it up. He's going to email Gladys. If he clicks on this email button, his email pops right open. And then we're tracking that email back and forth between you and Gladys automatically in this project file so that you know all the communication and the latest of what's going on to the project. So if I scroll down here, we should see an email. There you go. There's an email that was sent, notes, all of that right there. So that way, everybody knows what's going on. Let's say you have a call with Gladys. You can come in here and add a comment and say, you know, spoke with Gladys, going on vacation for 2 weeks, follow up in 2 weeks, right? So you save that comment and then you follow up in 2 weeks. Now, let's say you had the client meeting and now it's time to do the estimate in the Edge. You will see here this button that says New Bid the Edge. Now, as soon as I click on this, if the integration is set up, then it will create this Kaiser University project within the Edge so that you can pick up the ball there and then do your designs that you need to do and get the proper price from there. So now what I want to do is push pause, hand it over to Dave so that he can show us that in the Edge. So Dave, I'm going to have you share your screen here.
Sure. Go. All right, you see my screen okay?
Yes.
Awesome. So now from the estimator side of things, once a project has been initiated from Followup CRM, you're just going to open up their program, log in. We're doing this in roofing terms since we're working with a roofing company. I know I see a lot of interior customers out there, so bear with us and what the different assemblies look like, but we do have specific assemblies set up for roofing, for interior trades, for fireproofing. Okay, and we're going to work with the Eric's test project, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to just go in here, and now that job has been created and sent into what we call the Edge Cloud. So I'm going to open up this bid from my cloud, check it out, almost like checking out a book from the library. We're checking that bid out of the cloud, and then it's going to let us work on it. Now we can load in digital blueprints. We can load in, we can do hand takeoffs. You can even hand enter numbers, however you want to do that. Here I'm in the bid that was created through Followup. I'm going to come in here and just work through, load any pages that I want to do takeoff from, load any assemblies. In this case, I'm doing a single ply roof here, and just for people who haven't seen the Edge before, even for people that haven't seen this newer version that are Edge users, inside of the Edge, we've got roofing specific conditions or assemblies. And inside of there, they come pre-populated with all the major manufacturers and their products already loaded into the software. So you're really just choosing what type of system or what assemblies you're going to be using for this particular project, this roofing project. Then we're going to go do our takeoff. And this takeoff that I have is just for numbers, period, but you can load in a digital blueprint and do your measurements that way. This takeoff screen is undocked from the rest of the program. So you're just coming out here and measuring your areas, measuring your lineal footages, getting your measurements in there. This is kind of a hand takeoff, not working with a digital blueprint. That was one of the things you mentioned, Eric, about our owner used to manage a whole bunch of estimators and salespeople, and some people did it on a spreadsheet, some people did them on green sheets. There's these green paper sheets that you do take off some were doing them on napkins. So he tried to create a one consistent way for everybody to do their estimates so he can review them and know what he's looking at every time. So, some of the people were doing hand sketches if you're doing re-roof work, some are working off of digital blueprints if you're doing new construction, but you just are choosing what you're doing your takeoff for, getting your measurements, and here we come back in and the Edge will provide you with a material list. This is where you can put in any pricing. You can actually send this pricing out to vendors and have them price it out for you. And then you can choose which vendors' prices you'd like to accept and bring those in. We also customize the labor for every customer. So those of you that have the Edge out there, I saw Mike and Justin on the interior side of things that have completely different ways of looking at labor. So we customize the labor to look the way you want. So you can say how much a certain function can be done per hour, per man day, or per crew day, get all those numbers in there. Then ultimately, you're going to come into what we call the recap. And this is where you're applying any tax rates, any markups, overhead, profit, and getting to your final number. Now, this final number is a moving target. So when I'm done at the end of this, I can check this back in, and they're going to be able to view it at the Followup level, what the numbers look like. But I can always amend this scenario, make changes to it, create a new scenario, and then check it back in. What I'm doing right now is checking this scenario back into the cloud. And this is what's going to go back over to Eric. So Eric, I am going to stop the share so that you can get back in to your side.
Right. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let me know when you can see that.
We have your screen.
Okay, great. So here, you'll see once the project is created, now it's back in Followup's court, right? And you'll see this button that says refresh bid the Edge. When you do that, it will pull the information into the Estimating Edge module that we have built right here. And in this scenario, you can see you can have multiple scenarios if you need to, but we pull in the gross margin, net cost, selling price, the type, and then also the per hour, per man day, per crew day pricing as well. And then the nice part about this is we automatically enter the pricing in to the necessary follow-up areas so that it's a seamless integration. From there, you are picking the ball up and you're following up with them until you hear back, and you're having your client meetings to do what you need to do to win the opportunity. So let me pull up Best Roofing's account here again. All of these opportunities now, they culminate into reports and charts and graphs that you can use to manage your business and pull a bid list, a captured contracts report, a whole bunch of graphs and charts. They're pretty much endless on how you can slice and dice it, or you can even just export it into Excel. But the value of Followup CRM and the Edge working together is now your data flows back and forth seamless between the two systems so that you don't have to have duplicate entry. And then you could also ensure that your data is correct and there's no human error mistakes that are happening along the way. So that is the demo of the Estimating Edge and Followup CRM integration. What we want to do at this point is to pause and see if there's any questions in the chat. I see Lynn here. Can we please show the information? What information actually migrates to the edge? Absolutely. So when you're in your project, what it's going to do is going to push the project name, address, and contact into the edge. That's the actual information that's kicked off into the edge so that you can pick up the project and do what you need to do. What other questions do we have? Please post those in the chat and we'd be happy to go through those.
Eric, one of the things I wanted to add out there, that's the beauty of this, is the mobility of this information. I mean, this is such an important thing for contractors out there to be wherever they happen to be at the moment when a question pops up and they need the information. Now with this integration, the Followup CRM, with the Edge being in the cloud, you can really access this data from anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And Followup CRM is available on any device as well. So that's great.
Absolutely. Any device that has a browser can access the Edge reports as well.
So I see we have a couple of more questions. Anthony, this integration is live and available. Please reach out to Followup CRM. If you are a current Followup CRM client, reach out to us. We'll talk about how to get set up and how to train your team on this integration so that we have a smooth rollout. Anjo has a question. Is there a report that is generated for us to present to the customer? I believe that's going to be more on the Edge side, right?
Yes, we have a lot of reports and a custom report writer that we can use. And I saw someone also asked when the integration buttons become available. I believe they're available now. You just have to reach out to the Edge and to Followup CRM to make sure that we have the correct information to make them work for you.
Right. So we have a dedicated team here at Followup that will help you get it set up and train you on how to utilize the integration and then roll it out to your team. So just reach out to us and we'll be able to help. If you're a current Followup client, you can chat with us in the help icon as well. Let's see what other questions. So Jim has a question. Do you charge for this software on a per user basis? So on the Followup side, yes, we do charge on a per user basis. Dave, you want to talk to on the Edge side?
Absolutely. We do charge for the Edge on a per user basis. Now for any combined customers that have the Edge and have Followup CRM, right now there is no charge from the Edge's side to add this integration.
Great. I see here, Eric, you said, does Followup have a documented open API to share information with additional applications? Yes, we do. Reach out to us. I can give you that documentation, show you, what is possible through our API. And Joe, I see you asked something here. I'm not too clear on your question. If you could clarify that, that would be great. Anthony, they're mutual clients. Okay. Yeah. Reach out to us and we'll happy to set up a training call.
Looking forward to it, Anthony.
Lynn Fletcher, here we go. So yes, we can show you the side by side. Let me just pull this up here. So here we have the test project created. We have 6301 North 5th Way, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And then when you click on that, there it is, the test project. There's the address. And then these are the numbers once the estimate has been created. So you can see those numbers, 380, and it pulls it back right in here. Okay.
And Lynn, if you're an Edge user, just to clarify, what Eric was showing there was the Edge portal for version 12, which is viewed in the browser. So you can view your bid data in the browser. You can actually see what came over from Followup CRM, and you can also access some reports from within that portal as well.
Exactly. Yeah, that notes to mention here that this integration is with V12.
Correct.
So Justin, what is the cost structure for a company using the Edge to add Followup CRM? So Justin, that really depends on the size of your company and the users that you would need. So please reach out to us and we're happy to set up a demo and take a deep dive with you on that, on what that looks like. Any other questions here? Hi, Anjo. I'd be happy to hop on a call with you to show you more about the reporting capabilities and how that works within Followup. Reach out to us and we'll hop on a demo. Great. So last thing I would like to share here with you guys today, as a special here, announcing our partnership and our enhanced integration, we have a special offer only for you who have attended this webinar. For this month only, we're going to give you guys $500 the setup fee if you're not a Followup CRM client. You can email me directly or go to our website to set up a demo, and we'd love to offer you that here. It's for this month only, so we can hop on a quick demo, talk about next steps to see what that would be for your company, answer any additional questions that you may or may not have on getting started with Followup. Dave, could you share with us how to best reach you and the Edge?
Absolutely. Our website is estimatingedge.com, and you'll be able to reach out to our salespeople that way. And also mention that you are a webinar attendee, and we will have a special for you as well. Great. I'll put the link to our website in the chat.
Anthony, thanks for the shout out there. He said, for anyone not using Followup, we use it heavily at our company. It works well for keeping track of projects. I appreciate that. All right, everybody. If there are no other questions, we're going to end this call. Please reach out to us. We'd be happy to hop on a call on the Edge side and the Followup side. We're excited about this partnership, and we look forward to speaking with you guys soon. Have a good day.
Thanks, Eric. Take care.
Bye.